Hello everyone, welcome to your video part 1 of special triangles. So the special triangle that we are going to discuss in this video is the 3, 4, 5 triangle. And this triangle does not have any other name. It's just called the 3, 4, 5 triangle. And I'm just going to draw you some examples of a 3, 4, 5 triangle. You say they all look pretty much the same. Yes, well, it'll get different in just a second. Okay, so if this side is 3, you know, by the way, that all 3, 4, 5 triangles are right angles. If this side is 3, then this side is 4, and this side is 5. That's how it gets its name, the 3, 4, 5 triangle. But it could be multiples of 3, 4, 5. So for instance, we could have 6, 8, and 10. You would calculate that because this is 3 times 2, 4 times 2, and 5 times 2. As long as you have the same number being multiplied by all 3 sides, it's still considered a 3, 4, 5 triangle because you could reduce each side into 3, 4, and 5. Or you could have larger numbers. You could have like 12, 16, and 20. What did we use to get these numbers? Well, this is our short side, so it should be a 3, right? So 12 divided by 3, we multiplied 3 times 4 to get 12. Here, this should be our fourth side, right? So 16 divided by 4 is 4. That's how we get our 16. And here we have 20 divided by 5, because this is our 5 side, and that gives us 4. Again, we're using the same multiple each time. So if you see that you can do 3 times any number and get a new side, and then 4 times that same number and then get this side, and 5 times that same number again and get this side, then you know that you are dealing with a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Now, there are basically 2 types of questions that you were asked regarding the 3, 4, 5 triangle. The first type of question is that you know it's a 3, 4, 5. And you know one side. So, for instance, you could have this situation where you know that this is a 3 and you are told that this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. You need to figure out the other sides. Okay, well this isn't that hard because we know it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. We see the 3, so we know that this just has to be in a 4 and a 5. Make sure that your hypotenuse is always the longest one, which is 5. Okay? Or I could give it to you like this. Being a little tricky here with my orientation of my triangle. But let's say that we know that this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. And we know, for instance, that this side here is a 9. Can you figure out the other 2 sides? Well, I would hope so. This is the short side, right? So normally it would be a 3 in our most simple of the 3, 4, 5 triangles. It would be a 3. So to get to 9, I do 3 times 3, right? I'm multiplying it by 3 to get 9. So that means that I'm going to multiply these other 2 sides by 3 as well. So here's my 4 side, the side that would normally be a 4. I multiply it by 3, so I get 12. So this side, let me get a good color here. The length of this side is 12. And then this would normally be the 5 side, but I'm multiplying everything by 3. This is 3 times larger than a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So I multiply 5 by 3, which is 15, and that is this triangle. So this 3, 4, 5 triangle has measurements of 9, 12, and 15. Let's do one more. Let's say we have this, and let's say that we know that this length right here is 20. How can we figure out this? Oh, we do still know that it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. They had to tell us that. We can't guess. All right, so this is not the hypotenuse, and it's not the shortest leg. So this must be the side in the middle, the 4 side. So if I take 20 and I divide it by 4, I get 5. So I'm going to multiply all my sides by 5. So this will be 5 times 5, which is 25. And this will be 3 times 5, which is 15. So the lengths of these sides are 20, 15, and 25. That's a 3, 4, 5. I multiplied each side by 3. I think I did that wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. I did that right. Okay, good. So that's the first type of question that they ask you with 3, 4, 5 triangles. Let's take a look at the second type of question that you might get. For this one, you don't know if it's a 3, 4, 5. But you know 2 sides. Okay, you don't know if it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but you do know the lengths of 2 sides. So for instance, if I told you this, again, you know it's a right triangle, then you would say, oh, I recognize that that is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. I know it's a right triangle. I know that these 2 sides are in the correct proportion, therefore my hypotenuse has to be that. Likewise, I could do another one like this. And let's say that I know that this side is 18 and this side is 30. Now this one's harder because I can't look at it and see that it's 3, 4, 5. So I have to think to myself, could I kind of divide everything by the same number and get down to 3, 4, 5? Let me show you what I mean. So this side, this short side, would normally be the 3 side, right? And this leg over here would normally be the 4 side, and then the hypotenuse would be the 5 side, right? If it were a 3, 4, 5 triangle. How do I get from 3 to 18? I multiply by 6. So if I do 3 times 6, that gives me 18. Well, over here, how do I get from 5 to 30? You multiply by 6, right? 5 times 6 equals 30. So because I have the same 2 numbers here, I'm multiplying these sides by the same 2 numbers, then I know that they're in proportion to a traditional 3, 4, 5 triangle. So to calculate this other side, I say, okay, this is normally a 4. I'm multiplying all my sides by 6, so this length must be 24. So now the measurements of this triangle are 18, 24, and 30. If I divide all 3 sides by 6, I get 3, 4, 5. Let's do just one more just to make sure that you have it. So we have this triangle. We don't know if it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but we know that this side is 6 and we know that this side is 10. And so you think to yourself, okay, if this were a 3, 4, 5 triangle, let's just pretend, then this side right here would be my short side, so it would have some sort of measurement like 3. And this side over here is my hypotenuse, so it would have some sort of measurement like 5. This side right here would be my 4 measurement, right? Okay, well, how do I go from 3 to 6? I multiply by 2, right? Because 3 times 2 is 6. How do I get from 5 to 10? I multiply by 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So over here, I know that I'm supposed to multiply it by 2 Since I'm multiplying by the same numbers here, then I know that it truly is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, and I just need to multiply this side out to get 8. So it would be 6, 8, and 10. So those are the two different types of questions that you will often see related to 3, 4, 5 triangles. One of them, you know it's a 3, 4, 5, and you only know one side. And the other one, you're not sure if it's a 3, 4, 5, but you know two sides, so you can figure it out. That is the first type of special triangle that you need to know about.